Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode here at Tribal Trades, the daily show. And we've got some stocks to watch. I'm going to give you setups. Hopefully, you took yesterday's setup poet. Of course, Nvidia beat earnings. No surprise there. We'll look at SPY, Bitcoin trade that took off today. Wow, we have got a lot to cover and a whole bunch more, of course. Before we do that, smash the like button. This does help get this channel out to more people. And I appreciate those of you who take the time to leave comments here, especially before the pesky spam bots do. That does help support the channel. And of course, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell notification so you get the daily updates. Now, we're going to go straight to the SPY as we always do. And remember, I've been telling you it's been range traders. We can be the range traders for the last 2 to 3 months here. We've been stuck in a range between this 678 level here and all the way up here at 697 up to the top here. And really, it's just been easy. I gave an entry of long above 680 and short below. And that long has played out absolutely beautiful. A lot of strength in the market over the last couple of days. We narrowly avoided 2 bearish weekly candles. I won't go into that today. Of course, we'll look at that closer to the end of the week if we do have some kind of reversal, but 686 is that level that we do need to close above this week to avoid that first weekly close under the 9 EMA. So we're all good for the moment there. That's what we're looking for. I mean, really, the support below is 689. And of course, the let's just close. We'll see what happened. There we go. In the after hours trading, that was when the market closed. It popped up and rejected at 694. So really, it's short at 694. And then, of course, if it comes back to 689, you can go long from there. And of course, if it breaks 694, you can go long, and you can also go short if it loses 689. Remember, you can trade SPXL, the 3x leverage ETF of the SPY. If the SPY moves 1%, SPXL will move 3% there for you. And if you want to make money when the SPY goes down, very easy. You trade the bear 3x leverage ETF. And when the SPY goes down, like it did here on the 3rd of February, you can make money. If it goes down 1%, you'll make money 3% to the upside as the inverse or inverse leverage ETF goes up there. All right, let's have a look at Bitcoin. And I did give a trade in the Tribal Trades Discord earlier this morning. A break above the 9 EMA, which was here. It now has moved up, but it was down at around 66,500 or something, long above that. And then I've exited that trade there at 69,400 at the 20 EMA. I will look at getting back in the trade if we are to break back above, and have a proper break, not just a little peak there of 69,400. Otherwise, we are just stuck in this range here. Between 60,000 here, the range bottom at around 60,000, and the top of the range at about 69,000, which remember was the previous all-time high from 2021. Now, of course, we have also had a little bit of a stop there at about 62,000 as well. And of course, that's where that bear flag came down to about there around that 62, 63. There's a new bear flag, but we haven't yet broken out of it. We tried to. It was a little bit of a fake out, and maybe we'll get a little bit of a relief rally. We're definitely due one for Bitcoin, a little bit of relief rally to the upside there. So I will get back in. Otherwise, it can be short at 69,400 short there or long, just like the SPY. These levels really do work. You just take them long or short, depending on which way they break up. And of course, you use your stop loss there. Anything from about 3 to a 5% stop loss there will keep you from any catastrophic losses. Depending on what kind of money you're putting in the trade, of course, you may want to make your stop loss a bit smaller. That's totally up to you. Okay, it's not financial advice, all right? Because I'm not a financial advisor. It's for education and entertainment purposes only. Are you not entertained? All right, Poet yesterday, who took the trade? This trade has absolutely been crushing. I actually gave this originally in the Tribal Trades Discord at $5.53. Look how brilliant it's going. We've got the green arrow on the weekly. We'll talk about that in a moment. So we decided to do this as an earnings play. I've already been in and out a couple of times now in profit for the earnings play. We've got a fair distance to go, so I think we'll play this a few more times before earnings. And of course, we're also in it in our longer yearly portfolio there, getting these green arrows. Now, I talked about, someone asked me the question, well, how do you make 50,000 from $1,000? Do you think this is going to go from $6 to 60? No, that's not the way it works. And you really need to watch my video from last week called $1,000 to $50,000. It's only a few videos ago. Go and watch that video because I'm not going to go through it all again here. I think that as this trade progresses, and we'll track this trade here, and we're doing this actually while I'm doing it with about 20 plus stocks in the Tribal Trades Discord, and we're teaching the family there how to do this. And of course, I don't expect people to do 20 stocks, but people can pick one or three or five from the many stocks that we're given, all kinds of different market caps and sectors there. So this is an absolutely fantastic strategy, and I will go over it again, but I just did a video on this literally last week. So go and check that video out on my channel. This will explain how $1,000 turned into $50,000, all while still owning 1,000 shares. Okay, using the Tribal Trades buy and go to the beach signal and the Skittles or the Tribal Trades indicator there. As you can see, and look, I'm just going to show you something real simple. Literally, you're just buying on the green dots and selling on the red dots. Buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. It couldn't be any easier. We couldn't make it any easier for trading. And look how accurate these buys and sells is. Look, there's a little bit, I'm not saying it's perfect. Look, there's a little bit of a wiggle there where it's a buy, sell, buy. But you don't want to miss out on that. So a little bit of sideways action there, but you're really not having any kind of catastrophic downside there. You can see there it's all very nice and contained. So you can just see how it works. Very simple strategy that we teach in the Tribal Trades Discord. Of course, you only can get the indicator currently by being part of the Tribal Trades Discord. I think it's worth the price of the Discord on itself. It really is a cheat code there. All right, so let's talk about a couple of things I want to show you, and then I'm going to close with, I'm going to give you two more potential stock plays. Of course, Poet was yesterday, so if you missed it, there is one more opportunity. So you're saying there's a chance at $6.42, at $6.57, and then $6.66. Those will be the last three places. But of course, if you got in when I gave it originally, you're up bigly on this play. But of course, that can be your kind of last opportunities there. And of course, all these plays, 3 or 5% stop loss on Poet there. Okay, let's have a look at MBIS. This was another trade. Look at the green dot there. Look what happened, like a rocket ship there. And also, as you can see with VRT, the green dot there, look how much this is. You could have been part and taken these plays in the Tribal Trades Discord. VRT was an incredible play that I gave. We gave it as an earnings play and also as a swing play, so people could have made double for their trouble on that one. But incredible move to the upside. And this shows you how powerful this signal really, really is. So let me show you. We're going to close with these two trades here. And of course, these are the stocks to watch. And of course, it's not too late to get in Poet. It just becomes a little bit more risky. That's all, okay? A little bit more risky. But you've seen before, I can just be very transparent here that I didn't catch this right when I needed to. I caught it a little later than I wanted to. But you can just see, even if you'd bought it here and here at the 618, you still would have made some incredible money. And now it's up at the 258 there. That could be a place where we find a little bit of resistance, although it's over that at the moment. Of course, I'm not recommending any trades on this. I'm just showing you, we have so many trades in the Tribal Trades Discord, around a 90% win rate there. And we had another earnings win with NVIDIA today as well. That play was given at $180. $180 that play was given at there. Let's just open this up for you all. Absolutely incredible. There's your green dot there, and look at that move to the upside. Absolutely incredible. Another win for the Tribal Trades family there. So let's look at a couple of these. PayPal and Netflix. Now, I am not a fan of either of these stocks, and I just full transparency, I'm not trading any of these, but I get asked about these two stocks pretty much more often than any other stocks that are in major downtrends like this. Okay. Obviously, I get asked a lot more about stocks that are pumping and bullish, but these stocks have really been beaten down. And I'm not a big fan of either company, but because I get asked about a lot, let me just show you a few things. Number one, the green dot goes off, we get in. Their 9 EMA on the weekly, we got on the weekly, is the governing EMA that works with the signals. If it rejects, we simply get out, and we get out in profit or pretty close to profit. That's why the tribal trade system really does work. If we break through, we can stay in the trade, and we got in, really, really early with. That's the way it's meant to work. Now, we don't always catch the green dot. Sometimes we just catch it as it crosses the 9 there, for example. And I haven't got the ribbons turned on just so I could see this chart clearly, but I just wanted to be transparent that you can see here numerous times green dot, and then it hits the 9, rejects, and you're getting in and out and in and out. And this is why I don't trade a lot of stocks like this. I do wait until we find this kind of a more of a bottoming structure there. However, if you were in, and why is PayPal pump? Why has it stopped bleeding to zero? It was on track to become the next blockbuster. It's rumored Stripe is interested in acquiring it. And of course, that would be bullish for PayPal. And so there is some opportunity here. Let's just have a quick look. Oh, that was on the daily. Sorry. Let's just have a look on the weekly. The opportunity here, and we have a green dot on the weekly as well. So what happens is, if it hits the 9 EMA on the weekly, that trade would be over and we would be out in profit. That's the way that it works. Okay. So this would be the entry there, 49.32, 49.32, because you've missed the entry here. So 49.32 would be the spot to jump in, and then the stop loss would be if it lost 49.32, you would pick a percentage below. Usually I pick around 3 to 5% as my percentage there, under there. And that's why it's so important to get in on these signals, because then if you stop out there, you're stopping out generally in profit, of course. And look, if it does come back down lower, like if it pulls back and then, because there's no news, and then suddenly there's news that yes, it's happening, it shoots up, then you've got your level here at 45.30, and I'll put that other level in there. So I give you a level to the downside and to the upside. I don't like taking trades on the way down. That means you're trying to catch a falling knife or it's in a downtrend. I like taking it on the way up. So if price goes up, you can get in the trade, and that gives people no excuse to not get in the trade, by the way. You can get in the trade on the way up, 49.16, or you can get in the trade if it comes down and then goes up at $45.38. These levels may move, because of the moving average. Netflix is the other one. Look at this one here. Now, they've got a deal going through. Their deal might be falling through, and the market likes that. It doesn't want to see Netflix take on a lot of debt. Probably going to have to raise the subscription fees, etc., etc. May lose subscribers, and the market's responding positively to where Paramount has offered an improved bid that is better than Netflix's. So what we're seeing here now, very simply, is a potential for the same thing, a break above $84.96. There would be an entry there, and then I'm going to give you the other entry below price, which is at $80.60. So those are the two entries there for both Netflix and also for PayPal. Again, two stocks that people are really, and there could be incredible opportunity here, because if these stocks have a bit of a turnaround bright eyes moment, they could really, really move, because they are really, really beaten down. And there's a reason for that, of course. And we don't just want to buy stocks that we are cheap, but we want to pick bullish reversal patterns so we can get at or near the bottom of a move. However, if either of these trades come back and lose the 9 EMAs, the trade is over, and that is our stop loss. As you can see here, and this is on the daily as well, you can trade on the shorter time frame. But if the you can see if the green dot happens and it hits the 9, you get out of the trade. You don't even need to wait for the red arrow, although it's helpful to have it there. If it loses the 9, you get out, because then that saves you from this catastrophic drop to the bottom. So we have a very, very easy to learn system that minimizes losses and maximize gains, and that is the setup for that. Now, of course, if you're not in the Tribal Trades Discord, then you don't have the signals indicator. And that's why I'm giving you these other levels there that if you're interested, get in the PayPal trade, or if you're interested there to get into the Netflix trade there are a couple of trades there for you. And we'll keep an eye on these trades as well to see how they play out over the course of time. Again, full transparency, I'm not trading these, but because I get asked about these stocks literally all the time in the live sessions, in the discords, people are constantly asking about these, and there could be opportunity here. And so sometimes crisis is disguised. Opportunity is disguised as crisis there, so that could happen there. Now, the Tribal Trades Discord, you can get on the wait list. It is currently closed. We will reopen. We're going to reopen probably for Easter weekend, and we'll reopen Memorial weekend, and then probably July 4th. Those we'll definitely open those 3 dates. But you can get into the Discord by joining the wait list. You just click there to join the Tribal Trades Discord. It will ask you for your credit card details. But it won't charge you until you actually get added to the wait list. I think that's important to note. And you can get access earlier than Easter weekend, because if for some reason people aren't able to sign up or join the Discord, or for some reason aren't able to maintain their membership or have a change in circumstance and situation, not able to use it, then and they drop out, we simply just move people up into the Tribal Trades Discord here. And of course, you've seen it many times before that. And if you want to find the link for that, it's in the description of this video. Okay. You might need to click the more button, and that will pop down in the description of this video. You click on that, and then you can sign up for the waitlist there for the Tribal Trades Discord. Remember, at some point, we're going to close Discord signups for good, because we don't want the Discord getting too big. I want to be able to respond to every single person in the Discord. And you can read the reviews there, and people testify that I respond to every single person that asks me a question or needs help with a chart or whatever that may be. We now have 3 locked in live sessions per week. This week, we're actually doing 4. So if any given week, we do 3 to 5, where we provide those educational services. And people say, oh, you talk a lot about the Discord. And I'm like, absolutely. I don't think I talk about it enough, because of the incredible life transformational gains there, and the wealth transformational journey that we are undertaking there. And I can't wait to continue to update you here on YouTube about the poet trades and some of the other yearly trades. Remember, we have trading channels for long-term investing. That's your ETFs and your 401ks and your traditional IRAs, etc. We have more longer-term trades as well: swing trades, earning trades, monthly trades, weekly trades. We have our scalps and day trades, crypto trades. Everything is happening in there and more, to make sure that we cater for the trader that you are and the trader that you want to become. That's all we have time for today. So until the next episode, or until I see you on the Discord, happy trading.